black people. It's all about the unity. There's nothing they can do with us, so ain't nobody moving me. Like Dr. King, we make it plain and simple. Bringing knowledge and fire and reality simple. Reality simple. My black people, it's all about the unity. There's nothing they can do with us, so ain't nobody moving me. Like Dr. King, we make it plain and simple. Bringing knowledge and fire and reality simple.
In the name of my ancestors, peace forever and always, and welcome to another edition of the Reality's Temple on Earth Internet Ministry. Of course, I am the host or the gatekeeper of this particular program, known here on the internet, or some still call the World Wide Well. However you call this media, I am known as the mighty. Angel Snubbing Up 7. I is your brother, and hopefully your friend, Taaliq Ibn'rad. I would like to take a few moments just to experiment with something many of you call spirituality. Of course, being a person calling myself a realist, is there any place or any room for spirituality? There is room for anything as long as it is beneficial to us. If spirituality, if religion, if political idea does not bring us true benefit, then that is something that we need to toss to the side. Because clearly, if we were given these things and they are of no benefit to us, then who do they benefit? And in most cases, it is an outside person. It is an outside group that benefits from our being taught these things. And we can learn from many different sources. You can learn from watching birds in the trees. You can learn things from watching cars on the highway going back and forth. You can learn things by watching the clouds in the sky. You can learn things if you become or interact with your environment. But we are so infatuated and obsessed with our own self that we miss the lesson that the tree can teach us, that a cloud could teach us, that a little infant sucking on a pacifier might be teaching you something. But you ignore these things because I'm beyond the tree. I'm beyond a cloud. I'm beyond this new little baby that just came from some woman's womb. I'm beyond all these things. I'm so great. You so great. But your world that you live in is filled with endless problems. Never stop. As soon as you believe you got rid of one problem, another comes right behind. Because that is what happens to those who are arrogant, who think they know it all. So since you know it all, why are you having all these problems one after the other? Why can't you solve your problems in peace? You solve your problems with a bomb. You solve your problems with a gun and a knife. Or you take your hand and you slap your wife or you slap your child, or you slap your husband, or you kick your dog, but you so intelligent, you so high and mighty. Explain these things to me. So maybe there's a need for spirituality so that we may go outside of ourselves or go within ourselves to look beyond so that we may find solutions to the problems that plague us as individuals and plague us as earthlings, or what some call human beings. As a former student of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, I was taught for every physical law, there is a spiritual law. And in a spiritual sense, when we talk about something as simple as water, water in a spiritual sense represents wisdom. So when the Jesus of the Bible walked on water, Jesus was not walking on physical water, as no man cannot walk on physical water. But the Jesus walked on a wisdom. He had a sense, and he had a higher understanding of the present wisdom, that present water, so that he walked on top of it. And of course, this made those who own this water very angry to see someone walking on top of their wisdom. Physically, we cannot live without water 3 to 5 days. Am I correct? After 3 to 5 days, or after 5 days, the body will begin to go into dehydration. And if you do not receive water, it will go or come into the point of no return, and we will pass this life without water. And not just any water can you drink. You must drink fresh water. So the spiritual equivalent of water is wisdom. Then in order for us to live, whoo man, wow, we must have fresh water. Something in a bottle is not fresh. Water that is stagnant is not fresh. Fresh water is clear and is always moving. Always moving forward. Now, in reality, there is no such thing as fresh water. All the water that we see, it is old. It is recycled. It is the same water going through recycling over and over again. Some of us may drink some of the same water that Nat Turner drank, or Harriet Tubman, or Marcus Garvey, or Martin Luther King. Who knows? It's the same water that is being recycled. If I'm incorrect, please let me know. I don't want to be in error, because the water in the United States could easily end up in Europe or Brazil or Australia. It's water. It's always moving. Now, what makes fresh water fresh? Fresh water is a lack of salt. There's no salt in it. But yet the planet itself, the majority of the water on the planet is filled with salt. But you can't survive. You can't live on salt water. Not these who are called human beings. So fresh water must go through filtration process. It goes through some type of soil, rocks, and different minerals in order to filter the salt out of the water. It goes through plants. That's a form of getting rid of the salt. Or water is evaporated. Then ultimately, for good fresh water, you want to boil it, and this will kill any organisms that you can't see with your naked eye. Remember that. Now you got fresh water that you can drink, and drink it within the 3 to 5 days, and you will be able to process. It will help your body function, and we can continue to live for a certain period of time. Water can't stop you from dying. It can help you to live to a certain point, but nothing stops death. Y'all remember that. So people seek oil, they seek gas and silver, but the number one resource that nobody thinks about is fresh water. According to many scientists and modern day prophets, they say that fresh water is disappearing. We're taking fresh water for granted. We talk about gold and silver, oil and all these platinum and uranium and all these different things. All these things are no good to us if we're not alive. We don't have fresh water. And the fresh water in the name of my ancestors, peace forever and always, and welcome to another edition of the Reality's Temple on Earth. I am the gatekeeper of this internet ministry, known as here and many other places like dailymotion.com, vimeo.com. You can friend me on Facebook. Where else am I at? Vimeo. That's it, Vimeo. Facebook, Dailymotion. Many places. Many places. But wherever I am at, I am known as the mighty. Where that camera at? Mighty. Mighty. Angel 707. I have to laugh because some of y'all make fun of my little opening. That's all right. That's all right. That means somebody have you on your mind. And in Hollywood, they say, all publicity is good publicity. Okay. Let's get this party started right. I would like to spend a few moments to address an issue that many persons are really not concerned, but I want to make clear, coming from yours truly. There are those who go around spreading falsehood, spreading lies, because they can't defend their weak opinion. So they say that Brother Angel Snub 7 supports prostitution. They say Brother Taaliq supports women running things. That's not natural for women to be running things. Brother Taaliq supports feminism. And this comes from usually a gang of faceless, cowardly men. First of all, let me make something real clear. If you are a man, and if you want to talk to me, show your face. I don't respect cowards hiding behind a picture. I don't care what your reason is. There are many people on YouTube that have jobs, they have lives, they have controversial opinion, they show their face. You have no excuse. So don't tell me about your manhood. Don't tell me how much a man you are hiding behind a picture. You've already lost points with me. I show my face. I handle the death threats. My page is being flagged. Everything they throw at me, because if you're a man, deal with it. But y'all a bunch of cowards hiding behind a picture, but you have so much to say. Say it to your other faceless trolls. Don't say nothing to me. You can't judge me. You don't qualify because you are a sissy. Woo! Okay. That's just how I talk, y'all. You have to put emotion to your talk so you get your point across. Sissy! They say I support prostitution. I support women's rights. I don't support feminism. Because feminism is nothing but a female version of patriarchy or male supremacy. So if a woman just wants to act like a man, why should I support that? Why should a woman want to be like take on the ways of those who oppress her? I look at fighting for my black women, fighting for women, period, the same way I look at fighting for black folks, because they are both in the same position, both oppressed, both mistreated, disrespected, made mockery of, exploited, abused. So when I speak and defend black folks, the racist whites come out of everywhere, out of all the holes and cracks in the walls to attack me. How dare you defend those who I am eating? How dare you defend my prey? I feel the same way for women. So when I defend womanhood, not feminism, you don't have a right to tell no woman what to do with her body, what she should do, how she should act, what her place is. It's natural for a man to be head of household. Natural to who? Where you getting this stuff from? If it's natural, black man, then you should be her protector and her defender. Have you done it? You have failed this black woman for over 300 years. And if you don't like the way she is, blame your damn self, because you did not do nothing for her. You don't educate her children. You don't give her employment. You don't do nothing for this black woman. But you expect her to view you as head of household. You have not protected her against her number one oppressor, which is the racist Caucasian male. But you rather attack the woman rather than those who made her the way she is, like they made you the way you are. That's right. Sissies. You're a gang of sissies. Until you put that white man in check, you got a lot of damn nerve to tell these women anything. Hiding behind a picture. You want honor and respect simply because the Bible says so. Because the Quran says so. Because you have a penis. Because you was told that because you are male, you belong in some special position. You are special. You are a special sissy. A special coward. That's what you are. And I don't blame none of these women for respecting none of us. I'm ashamed to be a black man. Because it's better to be dead than allow this racist demon to do to us what they have done to us for all these years. And you sit back and do nothing except make YouTube videos and attack other black people. Never see you attacking white folks. Racist white folks. You always attacking other black people, especially black women. But then black women ain't no sissy. They fight right back. And there you go crying. Ooh, y'all a bunch of punks. I don't support prostitution. I support a woman has a right to her body just like you have the right to your body. But I would never advise a sister to engage in prostitution or anything that demeans you. Because woman, you have value. You are too valuable to give yourself to anything, all this trash. You don't put diamonds in trash. You don't put diamonds and they are not guarded. Because diamonds have value. Everybody don't have diamonds. So a woman has to look at herself as very valuable. And stop selling yourself and giving yourself to these bozos who don't deserve you. You are more valuable than diamonds and gold. I would never suggest to no woman to degrade herself to prostitution. Giving yourself away for little or nothing. Anybody can have you. Anybody can have valuable things. Valuable things are treasured. So I want you, woman, to feel treasured. If we are to have equality, then whatever's good for the goose is good for the gander. If the man wants to control your body, then the woman should be able to control your damn body. Dang body. I'm sorry. I told somebody that I was going to try to stop using the word damn and ass and stuff like that. So I think I'm doing a pretty good job. But they are upset with me because I definitely don't support and advocate feminism. I don't advocate prostitution. I don't advocate that which religion calls unrighteous behavior. And I don't believe in God. But that's what's good for you because I view you as valuable. You valuable, woman. You're not just some cook clean up after some man. You just a birther. You are my equal. You are my love. You are my heart. I view you as I view myself. And when we go to battle, we go together. It's all together. We live together and we can die together. We are the same. You're not part of my rib. We are one and the same. I don't care what religion talking about. And if you all real, your finger licking good. So for the trolls, show me my videos where I say I endorse prostitution. I endorse and I advocate, and not shame to advocate, equality. Whatever's good for the men, good for the women. Well, they do this to us in court. You better blame men. The women did not make these laws when you go to court, child support and all that. Whatever problem you have, it's because the men did it. Just like these racist whites, if you don't like black folks, you need to blame your ancestors. White people did this to us. You don't like these women. The men did it. Take your anger out on the men, but you're a sissy. You are a sissy, and you dare step up to a real man. You better move on. Ain't no happiness here. Bunch of cowards. I suggest to these women, stop degrading yourself. Start viewing yourself with high value. Show yourself modesty. Things will get better. Real men are coming up so that you can have and protect you and raise you up and uplift you like the queens and the goddesses that you truly are. But maybe you don't know your value. In the name of my ancestors, peace forever and always, and welcome to another edition of the Reality's Temple on Earth Internet Ministry. Of course, I am the host or the gatekeeper of this particular program, known here on the internet as the mighty Angel Snub 7. I am your brother, and hopefully your friend, Taaliq Ibn'rad. I would like to respond to some of these black males. I would say men, but that would not be justice, because upon examination of their behaviors, they do not behave like men. Men, as far as I know, don't go around gossiping and crying and whining. Men face a problem head on and just try to deal with it. Don't go in a corner and cry. Don't come on YouTube and gossip and cry and whine. So pathetic and so weak, and you wonder why women or children don't have any respect for you. You wonder why the Caucasian male, the pink male, or any other male don't have any respect for you, because y'all cry and you whine and you come on YouTube and gossip and spread rumors and woo! You act worse than the women you talk about. But I would like to respond to these males that claim, and I'm very sure that the information that they spread, the gossip that they spread, comes from listening to Caucasian males, what they have to say about the justice system that the Caucasian males created. Now, they want to say that the court system favors women over men. Is there any kind of truth to that? Well, let us see. Since my days of incarceration, I don't go to court like I used to, and I thank the Lord. Is there a Lord to thank? If there's a Lord to thank, I thank the Lord. You really don't want to spend a lot of time in courts. They are not fun. However, you can learn many different things by going to court. I go to court sometimes because people ask me when they have some type of problem or question, or they want me to know about something, and they might want a little advice because I've been through the criminal justice system. So I might go to court, or I might file papers for certain people, and you have to go to the courthouse to do those things. And recently, I've been in civil court with a few people, including good old Google, good old YouTube. That was an experience also. And you always learn something in court, whether if you are involved, whether you win or lose, there's always something or a lesson to learn. And see, when we talk about, in this instance, that the court favors women over men, then we don't have to listen to gossip. We don't have to listen to rumor, what somebody said. You can find out on your own and develop your own thought by going to court yourself. Because most times, as far as I know, you can go to court and sit and listen to court cases for free. I'll say that again. You can sit on court cases for free so that you can develop and so you can see for yourself through your own personal experience. There's no statistics. You don't have to worry about what somebody said. You can go find out on your own. Find out on your own. Usually, the black males that spread this type of rhetoric, most of them don't have children. They've never been to court on a domestic matter unless they went to court because they beat a woman and the children. They've never been to family court. But yet and still, they have the nerve to say, and it could be true, and courts are unjust, no doubt about it. But we have to look at this on a case-by-case basis, or is it truly against black males or men in general? We'll see. Now, I'm going to tell you from my experience, not because of gossip, not because of what I read in a book, what somebody said. I'm going to tell you about my experience because I went to court and I listened to the different cases. First of all, men created the court. Men created the laws. Women have nothing to do with the laws. Women have nothing to do with the creation of family court. The only thing they can do is abide by the rules. So if you don't like the laws, if you think there is an injustice in the court, then you look very stupid and silly to talk about women do this and the court is unfair. Then you talk to the court. Why are you going to get angry at women using the court when you would do the same exact thing? That's why you go to court. A court is designed to solve disputes. That's what it's designed for. And if you don't like what the courts are doing, if you don't like the law, then you get off your lazy backside and you change it. And you complain to the ones that have the power to change it. The women, you complain to them for what? They can't change nothing. And most women will not even report a man who abandoned and will not support his children. But if she receives assistance from the government, then that government, if she wants that assistance, she is required to tell the state about who is the father of these children. Does this man have a job or whatever? Your grievance is with the court, with the law, with other men, not women. But y'all are sissies and you're cowardly and you're lazy. You rather attack women when you should be attacking those who are in power that made this the way that it is. The laws that you see was created because men were abandoning their children of all races. Men was messing up. That's why the laws was created. If the males were doing what they're supposed to do regardless of color, if males did for their children what they're supposed to do, then these laws would not be created by other males who are tired of taking care of your children. Why should I, as a single man, pay taxes or whatever to support your children, to support your sexual habit? So while you complaining about women, I'm going to complain to you about your sexual habits. Because I don't want to take care of your children. Why should I take care of your children? Then, the state, the government, tired of taking care of all these babies. And the state must do that because in any civilized society, the government must take care of their disabled, their handicapped, their mentally impaired, their children, and their elderly, those who cannot take care of themselves. So the state must do these things. When you go to court, see, you don't go to court, but if you ever go to court, you will see no long lines. There's no lines going around the courthouse with men trying to seek custody or even visitation with their children. All the time I've been to court, I do not see men running around, oh, I want my children, I want mine, they crying and carrying on. You living in delusion. However, what you will see in court, you will see men taking care of other men's children because they've fallen in love with another woman that has children. And then he will have more children with this new woman he fall in love with. Y'all fall in love real easy with the right backside in your face. You talk about all these women and having all these children, but the right booty come in your face, the right set of breasts come in your face, the right smile. There you go. You in love. And then that love lasts 6 weeks, and then you make a video on YouTube, women ain't nothing. All the women, and they got all these babies, daddies, and oh, y'all, some silly creatures. There is no court. If you are a man and you don't have a lot of problems and you have income or whatever, there is no court that is not going to grant you visitation or custody with your babies. In fact, for an example, just recently in the St. Louis area, there was a mother on television very angry that her ex-husband or boyfriend was granted custody of their daughter, and he is a sex offender. But there are things in the law, and parents have certain rights. And so the judge granted custody to this sex offender, and the mother is enraged. But y'all tell this lie, oh, the court is against the men. The court is against the... And I bet you, where are you getting this information from? Like I said, court is free. Stop spreading your lies and your gossip. Go to court, make them sit there and report it, put it on YouTube so we can see what you're talking about is true. It takes 2 people to make a child, but these sorrowful men blame women for everything. Oh, she let me impregnate her. Don't you know if these men could get pregnant, you would be pregnant too? It takes 2 to tango. She said yes, and your butt said yes. Then you say, oh, these women ain't married. You not married either. 70% of women not married. You not married either. What you talking about? And what is being married? Married ain't nothing but a religious ritual. What does that have to do with anything? Then you said that the women are filled with AIDS. It just so happens that the woman's body can carry bacteria and other things longer than men can. Because if a man is infected with the AIDS virus, it can sit inside the woman and grow for 3 days or more before her body can try to get rid of it. And if you're so smart, the black woman or women in general, they don't know how to raise babies. Where are your babies at? Show these women how to raise the children. Get custody of your children or adopt some children so you can show women how to do it. See, y'all fake. You are so hypocritical and you fake. If you serious, adopt children. There are many black children that need to be adopted. Go to court, stand in these long lines, and get custody of your children. Show these women how it's done. Y'all fake. You don't really want to do nothing. What it is, you fear the racist males that's in power, so you think that you can jump on women. You ain't nothing but a woman beater. Both genders are messed up. You messed up too. Many of us we suffer personal behavioral problems. We're greedy. We filled with lust. We envious, materialistic, all kinds of things. So humanity itself needs to be refurbished. Not just women. You too. But see, living in a patriarchal society, they teach you ain't nothing wrong. In the name of my ancestors, peace forever and always, and welcome to another edition of the Reality's Temple on Earth Internet Ministry. Of course, I am the host or the gatekeeper of this particular program, known here on the World Wide Web, or some of y'all call it the internet. Whatever suits your fancy. However you view it, I am known as the mighty Angel Snub 7. I am your brother and hopefully your friend, Taaliq Ibn'rad. Please excuse me as I clear my throat. One of the things that I am so happy about is that when I was younger, when I was a child, I was allowed to be a child. I enjoyed being a child. I was not encouraged or influenced to become an adult because I was a child. And I was not interested to become an adult because even as a child, I understood the responsibility that comes with being an adult. And I did not want anything to do with that because I was a child. I understood that I have a very limited time to enjoy my childhood. I understood this as a child. I was in no rush to grow up. I understood that once I became an adult, I would be that forever. And as an adult, I must accept adult responsibility. So it is best for me to enjoy my childhood as long as I can. And many of these who become adults, who were children, who wanted to become adults as quickly as possible, now you see childish mentality. You see them trying to go back to their childhood now that they are adult, because they find out that being an adult is not as wonderful as they thought it would be. I want to be able to do my own thing. And you find out very quickly as an adult, you still can't do what you want to do. You have some better privileges, but you can't do everything that you want to do. That does not happen in civilized society. In fact, it does not even happen in so-called savage society, not when you live among others, because you will respect those of whom you live around. In fact, you can't do what you want to do even among animals, because if you mess with the wrong bear, the wrong tiger, or even the wrong ant, they will put you in your place. I'm so happy that I was allowed to be a child. I was so happy that sexual influence did not do anything to mess with my mentality. When my younger sibling was born, 10 years younger than me, I had no idea, and I was 10 years old, I had no idea of where this baby came from, and was not interested. I was busy at 10 years old trying to be a child. That's what I wanted to be. My first crush was my grade school teacher, Miss Steptoe. And if you're watching Miss Steptoe, how you doing? Remember me? Probably don't. And I also had a crush on a young lady from the 3rd grade all the way to high school, Miss Ida Elaine White. How you doing, Ida? I know you remember me, so don't. Now you're not like Miss Steptoe. You know who I am. But Ida did not like me because I was a nerd. I was a child, and we had people trying to grow up. So I was a nerd, but see, I like being a nerd. And I still like being a nerd, because a nerd learns how to respect and love themselves, while other people trying to follow what is popular, trying to follow the in thing, the in crowd. And usually what the in crowd, what is popular, what they follow is not beneficial to you. So later on, you will see them become victims of teenage pregnancy. Many of them will drop out of school. Many of them will become criminals, drunks and prostitutes and dope addicts. I was raised by women. I was always surrounded by my mother, my sisters and cousins and aunts and my grandmother. Most of my women in my life, most of the friends I've had in my life have been female. And we had a great relationship because I learned how to respect womanhood. And I was not sexualized. There was nobody whispering in my ear to tell me that as a male, how superior and how entitled I should be when it comes to women. These women protected me all my life. So I have a great respect for women, and especially the women that gave me life, the black woman, the female descendant of slaves born in America. But what damages young boys, what damages young men, is when hoish men, entitled males, come and whisper in the young boy's ear like they did me. But I had too much respect for my mother and sisters, because I would not want to treat another person's sister or mother or auntie. I would not want to mistreat them, because I would not want my own mother or sisters or grandmother to be mistreated or exploited. But you have hoish men that whisper in your ear and tell you different things, negative things about women and how you're entitled. Religious teaching tell me or taught me that as a male I'm superior. And when you look at religious teaching, females don't do nothing. They are nothing but something, a tool used by males in religious teaching. Obey your husband. The husband don't have to obey you. The man is the leader of the house. Where does that leave the woman? But without the woman, you could not fill the house with children. But she has no say-so. The female prophets they don't mean too much of anything. What Moses did, what Noah did, what Muhammad did, what Gabriel did, what the man did. And the woman is left out. But without the woman, none of these men could exist. But we don't care nothing about that. You live in a society where women, the media, which is controlled by males, they paint the woman to little boys, young men. They paint females as pieces of meat. Shake your booty. Shake your breast. You have men who make videos and just to show women's breasts and booty bouncing. There's a sense of entitlement. When you show me your booty and your breast, then you should also give it to me. Because it's all about male superiority. We live in a patriarchal society. It's all about men. The males teach their young boys how to be whores and bitches. Men are the real bitches. Men are the real whores. You can't call a woman a bitch or a whore without including some man. A woman can't be a bitch or a whore without a man involvement. The media keeps women's booty and breasts in men's faces 24 hours a day. She is painted as a dumb bimbo, as a breeder, somebody to wash my drawers, take care of my children, some kind of slave. Boys and young men are not shown the humanity behind their mother and sisters and aunts. They are just tools to be used by some man. They are inferior to you. You even saw in Roots where the young boy supposed to have more power than his mother in the village. So this has been going on a long time. The number one victim of serial killers is women by males. So in America, you have males, you have men of all so-called races. They are being taught, they are being encouraged to exploit women, to look at women as inferiors, pieces of meat. And they are filled with hate and entitlement and sexual perversion. You have a man that is hate-filled, messed up in the head. Then you send him to the military, and then you have decided to put women in the military. So you have a man who has a sense of entitlement, a male who exploits women, a male that views women as an inferior, a male that is filled, many of these males are filled with hate against women, and you put these women in the military. So now the American military is facing charges of abuse against women and rape and all whatever. What you expect? And sisters and women in general, why would you go to the military? Well, I know why you go to the military, because most of the time it's about money. I'm trying to take care of myself. But you go to the military among wolves. You go into a place where these males are going to exploit you. You know that. It was the same thing that happened to black men during the 1940s and all these different wars, and it still goes on now, because racists control the military. So how can a black man expect to be treated with justice in a military system controlled by racists? So how do you expect fair treatment, women, and you know that these men are crazy and insane and they hate your guts? Before slavery, there was woman abuse, woman slavery, female slavery. And they even done it and practiced it in Africa. Y'all always say Africa this and Africa that. This gender war has been going on a long time. And the sad thing about it is black males support the hate against women, because they understand that just being a male in a male patriarchal society, there is an advantage, just like Caucasian people understand just the fact that I'm Caucasian or pink. They understand that there is an advantage for them in a society controlled by pink people, and black men understand that there is an advantage in living in a society controlled by males. So what do you expect, women? What do you expect? Living in a racist, patriarchal society. Do you really expect justice? And are we really shocked?
My black people, it's all about the unity. There's nothing they can do with us, so ain't nobody moving me. Like the king, we make it plain and simple. Bringing knowledge and fire at reality simple. Reality simple. My black people, it's all about the unity. There's nothing they can do with us, so ain't nobody moving me. Like the king, we make it plain and simple. Bringing knowledge and fire at reality simple.